Good morning, everyone. As you can see, the SLT this morning, the senior leadership team are meeting on Teams, which has really quickly become our default way of learning, as I know it has for all of you with your teachers and your subjects and your classes as well. I'd just like to take this opportunity to say a huge hi to everyone. We do miss you. We miss seeing you in classes, we miss seeing you around the grounds, we miss seeing you in assemblies. But I do know that we're doing this for a really good reason, and that lots of really fantastic learning is happening in your bubbles, and we've got amazing feedback coming back from your teachers and from your parents about how well that you are, I guess, self-managing and working your own way through the situation at home and getting through your home learning as well. So a huge thanks from Nayland College to all of our students. And a massive thanks to all of your teachers as well for the hard work that they're doing in the background. You know, if you are doing great stuff at home, we still want to hear about it. So I know of some teachers, for example, that have been doing kitchen science experiments, or getting you to do videos of your neighbourhood and what's happening in lockdown. Make sure you send them through to the school. Give us those messages and we can share those with our community and help keep everyone's spirits up in this, this really unusual time. To our international students, I know that you guys will be feeling really lonely. I know that your parents and your families are on the other side of the world. And I know that your interaction with Nayland College is very limited at the moment. Look, we are thinking of you, and we're trying really hard to put a program together for you as soon as we can to give you the opportunity to at least come back into school and have an experience. So hang in there. We'll support you as much as we can in the current circumstances, but we really do appreciate everything that you're doing to continue with your learning as well, and also your host families that are doing a wonderful job at looking after you. I do want to talk a little bit about our devices. So we've sent home about 200 Nayland College devices. In fact, we've exhausted our supply of devices at school now, and we have no more laptops to send out to our families. But don't worry, if you haven't been delivered anything, or you still don't have a way of getting online, or don't have any paper copies, there's a couple of things we can do to help. One is we've sent your names through to the Ministry of Education. So they will be following up on anyone that hasn't got a device at this point in time. And secondly, now that your teachers are allowed back into school, we'll be able to get some school packs to send home for you as well of hard copy material. So please talk to your teachers about that if you do want some stuff sent home, and we'll do our very best to help you out. The last final message from me is really about your NCA qualifications. So senior students, I know that you'll be worried about getting level 1, 2 or 3 this year. All I can really say is, look, we're aware of the fact that your assessment program is going to have to be different this year. NCA is a very flexible qualification, so we can alter assessments, we can change credits, we can make it work under the current circumstances. I know you'll be worried about it, but please be assured that your teachers and the government and NZQA are working really hard on this in the background, and there's absolutely no need for you to be concerned at this point in time about your NCA qualification. Okay, we will make it work. You are going to have every opportunity to achieve that qualification this year. Okay, you can be assured of that. Finally, I think it's really important for us all to set goals during this lockdown period. So my goal, aside from working on our curriculum and timetable documents really heavily in the background, my goal is to grow a mullet. So by the time we get back to school, I'm really hoping that I have a mullet down to about here. I hear mullets are in fashion these days, so yeah, I'm looking forward to being young and hip and being trendy with my mullet when we come back to school. So thanks, guys. I'm going to hand over to Mr. Ollie to say a few words.
Morena, everyone. Hope you're all safe and happy. Like Mr. Wilson, really looking forward to the day when we'll all be back together at Nayland doing all the things that make us so special. In the meantime, it's really important that you take the learning opportunities that have been given to you. We understand that for some of you it's easier than others, the online learning, but at the moment it's all we've got, so please make the most of it. And on that matter, you also must make sure that you treat those online lessons with the same respect that you would if you were sitting in a classroom at Nayland College. It's really important to us that we retain the integrity of those lessons. So what we're going to do is we're going to treat any inappropriate behaviour that's happening online the same as if you were sitting in a classroom at school. So the same consequences will apply. And unfortunately, there's been a couple of students that have fallen foul to that already, and those consequences have already been given. So please make sure you get that right. Make the most of the learning opportunities that have been made available to you, and we'll see you all soon, hopefully. Cheers. I'm going to hand you over to Ms. Townsend now.
Morena koutou. Yeah, it's funny to have a assembly like this, but like the others have said, really looking forward to seeing you all in person at school in the coming weeks. What I've got to share with you is that you need to look after yourselves as well. Your learning is really important, but your overall hauora is also very important. So that means yourself and your bubble. Make sure you're getting out for those daily walks, rides, runs in your local area and make the most of it. Starting from next week, you can go swimming again if that's what you usually do, and make the most of water sports as well. Also, there's Les Mills classes on TV1 at 9 AM every morning, so make the most of that. And the last thing from me is keep in touch with your grandparents, aunties, uncles who are isolating by themselves, and keep looking after the health of your bubble, and we'll see you all again soon. Cheers.
Kia ora koutou, he mihi mahana ki te whānau nei rana. It's good to see you all even just by this distance, and like everybody else, I'm missing seeing you in person and hope to be able to see you all really soon. My first message is really to say well done to everybody for adapting and surviving really quickly to this new and different way of working and learning, but also to reassure you that if you haven't got really started on your online learning yet, if you're struggling for any reason, if you haven't got the right equipment, or your internet keeps falling apart, or you're sharing devices in your family, or even if you're just feeling a bit intimidated and overwhelmed by the work that is kind of piling up now around you, please don't sit there and avoid the issue. Please make sure you make contact with your teachers or your tutor or your dean. Just send them a quick message or email to let them know what your issue is, because we're really keen to support you and try and remove those barriers and help you to access the learning as quickly and easily as you can. You won't get in trouble if you haven't started your work yet and you reach out to us now and ask for some help. That's what we're here for. And my other message to you today is, as well as looking after yourself, your own well-being is really important, but it's really important that we look after each other at times like this. So my challenge to you this week is to try and perform a random act of kindness for somebody, either in your physical bubble or somebody that you can communicate with by distance. Random acts of kindness are a good way of showing caring and concern for other people, obviously make those people feel better, but they can also make yourself feel better. So try and connect with somebody, send them a nice positive message appreciating their friendship, contact a relative that you haven't been able to see for a while, do something at home without being asked to make somebody else's day a little bit brighter, and hopefully we'll all get through it together. Look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care. I'm going to hand you back to Mr. Wilson to finish us off today.
Thanks, team. So yeah, really that's it. Look after yourselves. It's been fantastic to have this opportunity to communicate with you. And we're going to try and do this every Tuesday while we're in lockdown, just give you some messages as we would for a normal assembly. So have a fantastic day and look after yourselves, and we might see some of you next week. Take care. Bye.